Welcome back, guys, to the channel. I know I haven't uploaded in a little bit, but I've been a little busy, so but I thought I'd make a little video here since Kenobi is about to come out and talk about why I'm worried about Kenobi. And this does not mean that I'm not gonna watch Kenobi or I think Kenobi's gonna be bad. I actually think Kenobi's gonna be pretty good, but I am worried for it, and for reasons I'm going to get into. But I just want to emphasize that I really do think that the series is gonna be good. If it isn't good, that would be very unfortunate because this is like one of the biggest Star Wars shows ever. I'd say it's the biggest Star Wars show ever besides Clone Wars, when it comes to just like the impact on the story and stuff like that. Ewan McGregor has said that he thinks that the story is pretty good and that the director and the writer, she knows what she's doing. So that's a relief to hear. I trust Ewan McGregor. I doubt that he's saying that just for just for people to watch it and just for Disney to like him. I don't think Ewan McGregor's the kind of guy to lie to us just like that. I think that if he was asked if it was good, and Disney didn't want him to say no, then he would just either not answer or he would say that it's like all right or something like that. I don't think that he would tell us that it's good. I don't think that he would want us to get our hopes up for something that he knows is not going to be good. So I really do think that Ewan McGregor thinks that this is good. Do I think that that means that this is good? Not necessarily, but who knows? I mean, I don't know Ewan McGregor's opinion on the prequels, but if he thought those were going to be good, then maybe we shouldn't expect anything too good here. Let's get into the reasons why I'm worried for Kenobi. The first one up we have is the biggest one that everyone's talking about, is the fact that Obi-Wan is fighting Vader. I've always wanted a Obi-Wan and Vader rematch, but I've always been worried that they're going to mess it up because you could easily make this, or not easily, but you could make this a really, really good story and it could fit really well in the storyline, but you could also very easily mess it up. Vader and Obi-Wan have not seen each other in a very long time, so, they have hatred for each other, or at least Vader has hatred for Kenobi. So the impact of the A New Hope fight wasn't very climactic, but that doesn't, back then they didn't really have the technology that they do nowadays. They can't do like the sick, awesome fights, but it would be cool to just get another Vader and Kenobi fight anyways. I mean, it would make sense for them to fight one more time, but my issue is there are like a ton of leaks and stuff saying that they're not going to fight once, but they're going to fight twice. I don't understand how they're going to fight twice. I don't understand how that's going to fit into the story. But, yeah. Second point I have. How does the Grand Inquisitor and the Fifth Brother survive fighting Kenobi? Now, maybe this is a Jedi thing that Kenobi has where, he's a pacifist. He could let the Grand Inquisitor and the Fifth Brother go. But, realistically, Kenobi should be able to beat them pretty easily, especially since this is, like, the Grand Inquisitor and the Fifth Brother are, like, super inexperienced during this time. So they should get obliterated easily. Maybe not easily, but with not much difficulty, if you know what I mean. We do see some unfamiliar faces that are Inquisitors, and my guess is going to be that either Kenobi's going to kill them. The squeaky chair keeps interrupting me. My prediction is that Kenobi is either going to kill them or Vader is going to kill them. I think it's leaning more towards Vader since, Jedi are supposed to be pacifists and stuff like that. So I think Vader is going to kill the new Inquisitor. I don't remember her name. I'll find out what it is. Hold on. Reva, also Reva, also known as the third sister. So I think that Reva is going to get killed by Vader, because if you think about it, we saw Vader kill Trilla in Jedi Fallen Order for failing to beat Cal, and it would make sense because we all know Kenobi survives this. It's just he's in A New Hope, okay? There's no anticipation here with like Vader fighting, or not Vader, Obi-Wan fighting Reva. So I think I know Reva is going to fail to kill Kenobi, and then I think Vader's going to kill her for it. I'm like 99% sure that that's going to happen because Reva seems like a pretty important Inquisitor, so I doubt that she would be absent in Rebels. So yeah, she dies. I'm leaning towards Vader killing her, and then there are a couple more Inquisitors that are new, and I think that they're all going to die from Kenobi. I think that Reva is going to be the only one that dies to Vader. All right, next up is we have this time period is crucial. You know, you can't mess things up. It's just a very crucial time period. Obi-Wan and Vader are not really supposed to be interacting with each other at all. This is the hiding period. This is the cocoon state, I guess you could call it, or something. I don't know. But Vader and Kenobi, or Vader's active, but Kenobi really should not be that active. Just, I mean, he could be, but not much at all. For my next point, I have Kenobi should not be leaving Tatooine, and Vader should not be on Tatooine ever. And from the leaked video that we saw, which I'm going to play now, if you don't want to see it, then just skip to whatever time I put here. In the leaked video that we saw Vader on a desert planet, and he's fighting Kenobi. So Vader is on Tatooine, and he knows Kenobi's there. So why does Vader not look for Luke then? Or actually, I don't know if this is before or after Boba Fett tells Vader that he has a son, but Vader is on Tatooine. That's where Obi-Wan is hiding out. Would you not think that in those 9 years leading up to A New Hope, he would not maybe think to check Tatooine once more? It just doesn't really make any sense. I'm kind of nervous for that. That's one of my biggest worries, is I think Vader should not be on Tatooine, and I don't think Kenobi should leave Tatooine. But Kenobi leaving Tatooine would make more sense than Vader being on Tatooine. So I think that when when Kenobi leaves Tatooine, he's going to get someone to watch over Luke. Who that is, my guess is Cal, but a lot of people think Ahsoka could also be one of the characters that Obi-Wan is going to have look over or watch after Luke while he's gone. Or he could just have no one watch over Luke. I mean, Aunt Beru and Uncle Owen, you know, Luke's fine with them, but knowing Kenobi, he's and especially during this time period where Vader's after him, he's probably going to get someone to watch over them, and my guess would be Cal Kestis. Whew. All right. My last point is going to be the time gap between Kenobi and A New Hope. There is a huge gap between Kenobi and A New Hope. So Vader just stops looking for Kenobi after Kenobi, or excuse me, after the Kenobi show. He just stops looking for him up until A New Hope. This is a big one. So they're gonna have to do something where, like, Kenobi looks like he dies and Vader just assumes he's dead. But that's also kind of like, all right, Vader knows that he's, like, he can feel his presence. So Vader would know if Obi-Wan died, unless Obi-Wan was, like, using the Force to hide his presence or something like that, which Luke kind of did in The Last Jedi or something like that, or Force Awakens or something like that when he cut himself off from the Force. But I don't think Kenobi would do that. I don't think Kenobi is, like, I don't think you should be able to sever yourself off from the Force and then just connect back to it. Like, if Kenobi took himself out of the Force for 9 years and then just came back and was able to fight Vader in his old age, I just don't think that that's, like, very good writing, if you know what I mean. I think that's kind of cheap. But those are all my reasons why I'm worried for Kenobi. I do have some more in the back of my head, but I'm not gonna go over them really. I mean, I'm a little worried for cameos that are rumored with Cad Bane and Boba or something like that. If those guys are in it, great, but don't mess them up. Don't mess up Cad Bane like you did in Book of Boba Fett, please and thank you. That's gonna be it for the video. I still think that this show is gonna be. I'm gonna guess that this show is gonna be an 8 out of 10. If 5 is average, I'm gonna say the show is an 8, which is pretty good. I don't think it's gonna be a 9 or 10, but I think it's either gonna be good or it's gonna be bad. I don't see this show being, like, mid, because if it's mid, then, like, this is, like, such a crucial show where it's like, if it's mid, you might as well just say it's bad, because, like, it's just such a crucial time period and such a crucial show in the Star Wars universe that if it's disappointing, you could just say it's bad and you'd probably be right. You know, like if you were to mess up something this huge, then that would be very disappointing, and you could just consider it bad. You know, if something like Star Wars Resistance had like a mid-season, you could just say that's mid, because no one really like cares about Resistance. I know some people are gonna get mad at that, some people who like Resistance, but the fact of the matter is, not many people like Resistance. So if Resistance has a mid-season, not many people are gonna care. And Resistance doesn't really have a huge impact on the Star Wars story, so if it's mid, who really cares? It wasn't hyped up that much. Whatever, it's mid. But Kenobi, if Kenobi's mid, that was hyped up and it was disappointing, so you might as well just say it's bad. That's gonna be it for the video, guys. Let me know your thoughts on if you think Kenobi is gonna be good or not. As I said before, I think it's gonna be good, but who knows? You know, Disney has shown that they can mess up Star Wars in the past, so I am pretty worried for this, but I think it's going to be good. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know your worries. Let me know what you guys are excited for, because I do have a lot of those, and I could talk about that for hours, but I thought I'd just make a video on my concerns for the show. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to try and upload more. No promises, but if I have an idea, I'm going to try and make a video on it. You know, a lot of my videos, or when I make a video, it's usually because I have an idea that I think is good, an idea that I think would be fun to do. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.